Welcome back to The Explainer. I'm your host, and today we're unpacking something absolutely fascinating: how artificial intelligence is quite literally rewiring the public sector. If you are a focused learner who really wants to understand the raw mechanics behind modern digital statecraft, well, you're in the exact right place. We're diving into a rigorous analysis on artificial intelligence in public governance, and we're going to see how AI is completely transforming everything from the taxes you pay to the everyday public services you rely on.
Which brings us to a question I think we can all relate to. Can artificial intelligence actually fix the bureaucracy? I mean, we've all felt that deep frustration with slow, paper-heavy governments, right? The endless lines filling out the exact same forms over and over, waiting literally months for a simple approval. But what if governments could just leapfrog all of that? What if the right technological push could instantly modernize administration, completely bypassing decades of traditional sluggish development?
Okay, let's dive into this. Here is our clear 5-step journey for today. First, we'll look at the AI governance revolution. Then, we'll explore global models of AI before zeroing in on Pakistan's AI opportunities as a case study. After that, we'll unpack the risks and roadblocks. And finally, we'll wrap up with governing the future. So, kicking things off with Section 1, the AI governance revolution, moving from paper to predictive. Right now, we're in the middle of a massive global paradigm shift. We're moving away from that reactive, rule-based bureaucracy we all know. But to really grasp this, we need to demystify a pretty dense academic theory: algorithmic governance. It's defined as the delegation of decision-making authority to computational systems that analyze large data sets to generate policy-relevant insights. Sounds complicated, right? But in plain language, it just means that authority is quietly shifting. Instead of a human bureaucrat making every single mundane call, machine-based algorithms are increasingly taking the wheel to manage public resources.
Moving right along to Section 2, global models of AI. How different nations deploy algorithms.
To really understand the opportunity here, especially for the developing world, we first have to look at established global blueprints. Take Estonia, for example. They use a digital state model. It's highly citizen-centric, and they're famous worldwide for things like e-residency and automated public services. Then you have China, which utilizes a state control model, heavily deploying AI for facial recognition and predictive policing. And finally, look at the UK. They're prioritizing ethical frameworks, setting up an AI safety institute to balance innovation with regulation. The crucial point here is that AI isn't some uniform magic wand. It's merely a tool, and its impact is fundamentally shaped by a country's own institutional and political values.
Which brings us to Section 3, Pakistan's AI opportunities, the ultimate bureaucratic leapfrog. Now, what's really interesting about this is that for developing nations like Pakistan, AI isn't just a simple software upgrade. It's a profound opportunity to bypass those slow, traditional stages of administrative development entirely. Just look at their National Identity Authority, NADRA. By incorporating biometric and AI-assisted verification systems, they slashed registration verification times by 35%. That is huge. It's a massive, real-world leap in efficiency that directly helps citizens by cutting down on fraudulent registrations and speeding up essential identity services. And when we look at the broader impact across other sectors, it's basically a visual 1-2 punch. In tax administration, the Federal Board of Revenue integrated AI-based analytics to spot irregular patterns, leading to a 15 to 20% increase in fraud detection efficiency. Meanwhile, pilot programs in healthcare are showing that AI can improve diagnostic accuracy by 10 to 18% in underserved regions. So, the benefits of AI in taxation and public health, they are absolutely undeniable. And they're measurable.
But hey, it's not just about speed, you know? It's also about integrity. AI-augmented auditing increases flag discrepancies by 27%, and it can reduce corruption incidents by 12 to 25%. Machine learning models can comb through massive financial data sets to automatically detect bid rigging, price manipulation, and hidden irregularities way better than manual audits ever could. It creates these digital, immutable logs that make rent-seeking behavior incredibly difficult to hide.
Time for a bit of a reality check in Section 4, the risks and roadblocks, the ground reality for developing nations.
As amazing as this utopian leapfrog sounds on paper, bringing advanced AI into developing systems comes with some gritty structural constraints. We're talking about unsexy but absolutely critical hurdles:
poor internet connectivity, insufficient data systems, a severe lack of technical expertise, and highly limited financial resources. You literally cannot just copy-paste an advanced AI system from the UK or Estonia into a public sector that lacks basic digital infrastructure. It requires a massive foundational investment first. Otherwise, the system simply will not function.
And all of those constraints feed into an even deeper concern: algorithmic bias. This happens when AI systems produce discriminatory outcomes due to biased training data or flawed algorithms. This is vital to understand. If a government trains an AI on historical data that already contains human prejudices, the machine is just going to automate and amplify those prejudices at lightning speed. Without robust safeguards, AI can actually deepen the social inequalities we already have.
Let's pivot to our resolution, Section 5, Governing the Future, Balancing Innovation and Safeguards.
So how do governments actually safely adopt these systems without compromising citizen rights? The research outlines this structured, phased policy roadmap for a modernized, AI-enabled state. Step 1 is legal enactment, creating the actual laws that govern digital data. Step 2 is capacity building, training the civil servants to effectively manage these tools. Step 3 is establishing ethical guidelines to prevent that algorithmic bias we just talked about. And finally, Step 4 is citizen-centric deployment, making sure the technology actually serves the people.
To summarize our core takeaway today, the research stresses that a hybrid governance model combining risk-based regulation, ethical safeguards, and public-private collaboration is required. Essentially, technology alone cannot fix a broken bureaucracy. An algorithm isn't going to cure corruption if the legal system just ignores what the algorithm finds. AI demands robust, ethically governed institutions to actually succeed.
Which leaves us with this final, pretty provocative question to end today's explainer. As algorithms increasingly take the wheel of government, who do we blame when they crash? Think about the accountability gap here. If an AI denies your healthcare access or wrongly audits your taxes, who is legally responsible? Is it the programmer, the bureaucrat, the machine itself? It's a massive question we absolutely have to answer before we fully embrace the true cost of digital efficiency. Thanks so much for joining me, and keep questioning the systems that govern us.